Ah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I took your mushrooms, please. Welcome back, everybody, to another Minecraft mod showcase, and today we're going to be checking out the Twilight Forest mod. And if you've ever heard of this mod, you probably have heard of it because it's very famous and it's been around in Minecraft modding for quite a long time. And I have used this mod in my modded series too. I played through the whole thing, so if you want to go check out a full playthrough of the mod, you can go check out that series. I basically played the whole thing in like 7 or 8 episodes, I think. So yeah, super fun mod, really enjoyed it. I don't know why I've never done a mod showcase before, but here we are, so we're doing it now. So let's jump into things. So the first thing you'll need to actually get started with the Twilight Forest is the portal, of course. So the portal is basically made like this. So what you need to do is you need to place any kind of flower at all on grass blocks like so. So you'll place 8 flowers around a 2x2 pool of water. It has to be solid water. It can't be flowing. It has to be just a 4 source blocks of water like so, and 8 grass blocks around it like this, and then place 8 flowers. Any kind of flowers will do. It doesn't have to be the same type or anything like that. Around the water like this as well. Once you have this created, all you have to do is grab yourself a diamond and toss it into the water. And boom, lightning will strike and you'll have your portal. And here we are in the Twilight. The Twilight is like kind of this magical forest dimension, and it's really, really cool. There's a bunch of different biomes as well, so really nifty thing. The first thing you'll want to do once you spawn in here is make yourself a magic map. And the blank magic map is crafted using 8 paper and a magic map focus. The magic map focus is crafted using torchberries, a raven feather, and glowstone dust. So your next question is probably, okay, how do I get a raven's feather and torchberries? So torchberries can generate naturally underground in like these little cavern thingies. So we can go down here. Like, there you go. So right there, perfect. So what you'll do is you'll punch these and they'll drop torchberries. So I'll just show you in game mode 0 for a sec. So if you punch these, they'll drop you some torchberries, and then you can use these in your recipe. And forest ravens are found absolutely everywhere. They're very common in the Twilight Forest. I think you always spawn in a forest biome as well. In this, it's either forest or savanna you always spawn in, I'm pretty sure. So, if we see any forest ravens, they're very common. They're absolutely everywhere, to be honest. So, I'd be surprised if we didn't find any. There's one right there. So they only have 10 HP, so you can just take them out pretty quickly. Like grab like a wood sword or something. So, you want to hit this guy, and he'll always drop the feather. I think it's guaranteed. There we go. And he'll drop the raven feather. And there's 2 of your ingredients. So the next one is glowstone. Glowstone is a little harder to find in this dimension. So I'd recommend bringing that from the overworld. Because if you've already gone to the nether, I'd recommend you grab a glowstone from there or something. Just 1 glowstone dust. You can find it in chests in this dimension too, but it's kind of difficult. So I'd say just bring one from the nether if you can, possibly. And then once you have those 3, all you have to do is combine them in a crafting grid, and it'll make your magic map focus. Combine the 8 paper and you'll get yourself the blank magic map. And once you get this, all you have to do is right click it, and as you can see, it'll spawn you in like your little map thing here, and you can see all the different things that are on your map in the Twilight Forest. So it'll spawn a circle around you, and as you move around on your map, it'll obviously fill in more of the map and show you more locations and stuff like that. So if you take a look right now, as you can see, currently we have the Naga over here, the Lich up here, and the Hydra down here. So these are 3 of the bosses instantly we have right here. Spawned in on the map. So those are 3 of the kind of main bosses, some of the first ones anyway, that you need to fight. So that's good to know. So what I did was I filled in the whole map already. It took me ages, but I filled in the whole map already so we'd have something to like actually see. So if you take a look at the map here, this guy is the Naga. He's the first boss you need to fight. So there's a progression in Twilight Forest where you have to kill 1 boss before you can kill the next one. So you have to use the trophy from the last boss to actually take on the next one. You can disable it in the config, but I personally think it's a better feature to have it on, because you feel like kind of more progression like that way. So this is the Naga. He's the first boss you'll have to kill. Then there's the Lich here. He's the second boss. So this is the progression order, by the way. The Lich, or the Naga, is the first one, then the Lich, then you can go to either the Minotaur or you can go to the Alpha Yeti. And once you kill either of those 2, you can go, if you kill the Alpha Yeti, you can go to the Snow Queen, or if you kill the Minotaur, you can go to the Hydra. And then once you have either of these 2 killed, you can then go on and kill the Ghost Knights to get to the Ergos. So it's a lot to process, I know, but just bear with me. So you'll kill the Hydra and then use the Hydra scales to get into the Lich's tower. You'll kill the Lich, and then you can use the Lich's scepter to get to either the Minishrooms, which are in here, to take on the Hydra, or you can go to the Alpha Yeti, kill that guy, and use his fur, I think, to get to the Snow Queen. And then once you have either of these two done, either the Hydra or the Snow Queen trophy obtained, you can then go over here to the Ghost Knights, and you can get into their temple and kill the Ghost Knight leaders, and then you can use that trophy to get into the Ergos Tower, and he's kind of the final boss that's implemented in the mod at the moment. So once you kill him, he's the final boss at the top there. And currently there is a biome down here. This is the new part. This is the final castle. It's been in development for ages, but they never finished the mod. So yeah, there's also a troll cave down here, kind of mini boss stuff. But I never really did this in my modded series because it wasn't really finished, you know. But this is supposed to be the final castle, and this will be the final boss fight for the whole mod, and that's when you complete the Twilight Forest, basically. And there's also over here in the left corner, you can see the questing ram. The questing ram is in the Rainbow Forest, I believe it is, and basically that's this guy over here. Once you give him every different color of wool, he will drop his trophy for you and a bunch of blocks of diamond, emerald, and gold. So he gives you a bunch of rewards if you collect every color wool, because if you look around, every sheep in the Twilight Forest will have a different color. If we can find one here real quick, I can't see any sheep, sadly, but basically every sheep will have a different color wool, and if you collect every color wool and give it to the questing ram, he will give you a bunch of different rewards for that. So we'll go check out some of the bosses now. Alright, so of course we're going to start out with the Naga, because he's the first boss you need to kill. So we'll go over here and we'll take out this guy. So once you get into his maze, he will then spawn in. So this guy is just basically a gigantic snake, and he will break blocks as he goes along. He'll also kill mobs in his path as well. So yep, I'm going to grab a diamond sword, and we're going to take care of this guy. And as you attack him, you can only attack his head, by the way. You can only do damage to his head. So as you attack him, he will slowly lose his like little body cubes or parts to his body. So you'll notice he'll get shorter and shorter, like if you've ever played the game Snake on like a Nokia phone, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But like as you can see, the more damage I did there, the more he lost his body parts. So eventually he'll just get down to the head, and then he'll be dead. So there we go. So we've got 2 achievements there: time to even the scales and bring out the dead. So now we got the Naga scales and the Naga trophy, and that means we can now go to the Lich's Tower, which is next in the progression order. So we can go to the Lich's Tower and we can take out the Lich. So this is the Lich's Tower. This is what it looks like. And there's an entrance usually down the bottom here somewhere, if I can find it. No, I might have to break into it, I think I will have to break into it. So basically you'll enter into the bottom here anyway, and it'll look like this, something like this. I don't know how to, okay, I'll give myself night vision so you guys can see. So you'll come in here and you'll get these guys, which are the spiders. They're like spiders kind of guarding the different levels. The swarm spider. So there's different kind of little compartments in the castle where you can just find like bookshelves, and there'll be different loot chests and stuff like that. But there's a bunch of mobs on your way up. Basically, you have to get through all these different layers, and once you get to the top layer, this is the top of the tower, and once you get up here, the Twilight Lich will spawn in. This is what he looks like, and the only way to kill him is by breaking his shields, and the only way you can break his shields is by hitting his things back at him. So I'm gonna give myself resistance. No, I'll give myself regeneration. Regeneration 100, and we're gonna go into game mode 0 here. So he will shoot his little Lich Scepter ball things at you, and he'll also make clones of himself. So this one's probably a fake, I'm guessing. That's the real one, the one that's kind of fully transparent, or fully not transparent. So when he shoots the things at you, you have to hit them back at him. He'll also shoot fireballs, so make sure you hit the Ender Pearl ones back at him. So he just completely missed me there. What the heck? Okay, come on, throw another one. There we go. So he'll shoot 3 of them, 2 from the ghost and 1 from himself. And the more you hit him back at him, he will then drop his shield. So he's only at 1 shield now. And there we go. We dropped his last shield. So now, that's the kind of start of the boss fight properly now. So he'll spawn in his minions, his Lich minions. So you can kill those guys as well if you want. And now you can actually damage him properly because his shields are down. So these guys are actually really fast, what the heck. So we have to take him out now. You can do as much damage as you need to him now because he's just fully damageable, if that makes sense. He's vulnerable to damage, whatever. And he'll still be shooting the fireballs and the Lich Scepter balls things as well. And he'll keep summoning in minions, so you should be kind of careful with this because he is still a very strong mob. And once you get him to a very low HP, he'll take out a sword and just run at you. And once you kill him, he'll drop all this stuff. He'll drop a bunch of cool gold armor and stuff. He'll also drop his zombie scepter on occasion. And and he'll drop the Twilight Lich trophy. So yeah, he can also drop his Lich's Scepter. I think, let me see, Lich's Scepter. Oh, they removed it. Huh. So he used to have a scepter that, at least in one of the older versions of the mod, where you could, let me see if I can find it here, where you could, this Scepter of Twilight, yeah, this is what he drops. So I got this one in my modded series. If you want to see the whole playthrough of this mod, by the way, all you have to do is go and watch the few episodes of that. But basically, I got this thing, which it's basically his staff. You can right click this and it like throws ender pearls. It does a lot of damage, so it's definitely something worth using. But I guess I got the zombie scepter this time, so you can spawn in zombies, obviously, or minions with right clicking this, and they have 40 health actually. That's crazy. Do they have strength as well or something? That's nuts actually. So they'll follow you around, but they're kind of on top of the tree now, so they're just kind of stuck there. Anyway, so that's the Lich defeated. Now we can hop on to the next boss, who we can either go to the Alpha Yeti over here, or we can go to the Minish Room over here. And once we slay either one of them, we can then go to the Ice Queen or the Hydra. So we'll go to the Alpha Yeti first, and we'll take on that guy, and then go up to the Snow Queen in her palace up there. So as you can see on the map, we're here at the Alpha Yeti cave. This is what they look like, just a big, huge, massive mound, and then inside there's a cave and a spawner. Once we get in close enough, the Alpha Yeti will spawn in. That's the Alpha Yeti. He looks absolutely nuts. So I'm going to give myself more night vision so you guys can see. This is what he looks like. His attacks are very ridiculous, by the way. He does a lot of damage. I'm going to go back into game mode 0 so you can see it properly. He does a lot of damage. He's got a lot of health. So he picks you up, and he'll throw you. You take a bunch of fall damage. That's kind of his main attacks. That's how he kills you. I had a very hard time killing this guy actually, but you can still attack him while he has you picked up. So yeah, he does a lot of damage. As you can see, he like shoots you with ice and everything as well, and throws snow at you. So very, very strong mob. I'd recommend using the Lich's Scepter if you get it to kill him, and maybe the Zombie Scepter too to help you with that. So come on boys, take him down. Take him down. As you can see, his attacks are very, very powerful. He's doing a lot of damage to me. If I didn't have regeneration, I'd be dead. So this is actually Frosted. Frosted is basically slowness, and you can't really move too well. So, yeah. We're going to take him out here. Come on. I'm going to spam with the scepter thing. And boom, there we go. Very, very strong mob. Very, very strong. Crazy hitbox and everything. So when he dies, he will drop this, the Alpha Yeti fur. And you can use this to make armor as well. So the armor is actually very, very strong as well. It gives you protection when you first craft it as well, which is good. And you get chills attackers. So whenever someone attacks you, you freeze them, basically, is how that works. And you also get these, which are ice bombs. And you can throw these, and they will freeze everything that you hit them with. So they're basically just a massive freeze grenade, if you think about it that way. So anyway, now we've beaten the Alpha Yeti, we can take on the Snow Queen, because that's her minion defeated. So we can go into game mode 1, and we're going to go fly over to where the Snow Queen is in her tower. So it's right up there. You can see the big, it's called like the Aurora block or something. It's made out of, I don't know. There's also penguins on the way, which are pretty cool. So her biome is kind of the glacier, as you can see here. So it goes from snowy forest into glacier, so you'll have to build it up to get onto the glacier in the first place, and then you can get into the tower to take her on. So you'll enter in the bottom here somewhere. I don't know if there's a regular entrance or not. Oh, there is down here. Cool, because there wasn't one before when I was using the mod. So you'll enter down here at the bottom, and there's a bunch of like stairs that you have to go through, a bunch of different levels, and there's a good few minions and stuff. There's like ice blazes, I think, in this as well, and there's also some of those creepy crawlies and things as well. There's a few different mobs you can find in these things, but I'm just going to skip past this, I think, because I just kind of want to get to the boss fight. Let's see. There's no mobs actually spawning, which is strange. Okay, come on. Okay, there's a chest here actually. And sharpness 4. This is a really good chest actually. There's also Mave Wafers and Charm of Keeping. Charm of Keeping means that you won't lose your health or you won't lose your inventory when you die, but it will use up the Charm of Keeping. Nightly Plate, that's really good. It's really good armor actually. So her tower is supposed to be the top one. So it's one of these 3, I think. Let's see if we can get in here. Maybe this one? No. There's also, this is the one dungeon where you can get the best bows in the game. So this is Power 4, this is the Ice Bow. There's a couple of different bows in this mod. So it's these 4 ones here. The Ender Bow, the Ice Bow, the Seeker Bow, and the Tri Bow. The Tri Bow lets you shoot 3 arrows. The Seeker Bow has homing, so the arrows actually seek out wherever you shoot them. It'll lock onto the nearest mob. The Ice Bow freezes your enemies, and the Ender Bow will teleport you to wherever your arrow lands if it hits an enemy. So really, really cool. So it's not that one either. Where is she? Not in that one. What? Where is she? She's supposed to be in the highest tower. There we go. This one, for some reason, this is a lower down tower, whatever. So this is what she looks like when she spawns in. She's the Snow Queen, of course, and she'll have these like ice things around her. So we'll go into game mode 0. I'll give myself regeneration again first, and night vision. Let's go to game mode 0. Okay. So this is what she looks like, of course. Wait, some maze wafers too. So she'll like shoot these little snowflake thingies at you, and she'll be like flying around in her ice prison kind of thing, or whatever, ice protection thing, and you can't really damage her. You have to hit her from on top, I believe. So a bow is kind of essential for this one. So luckily we managed to get the ice bow, but I don't have any arrows, so that's unfortunate. We'll use the scepter. I think this works on her too. Yeah, it does. So we'll spam her with this, and none of these seem to be working for some reason. Whatever, I'll just spawn in the zombies. So I'll give myself some arrows. Let's give arrow D4. So as I said, a bow is kind of essential for this fight. So you can only really damage her from on top, because the ice thing kind of guards her pretty much fully. So she'll kind of come down to attack you when you're standing on top of the ice. So that's kind of your moment to strike. Then you can do damage to her while she's down, basically. So where is she? She can break through the ice. I'm trying to say here. Those zombies are so loud. I'm just gonna kill them. They're really useless too. So she's down there right now, actually. See if I can do some damage. Okay, you know what? This is gonna take forever. So you get the gist of the fight anyway. You have to basically damage her while you have to try to get it past the ice shield. You can hit her through the ice shield and stuff. Well, you can't like hit her through it, but you can like kind of get through the gaps and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna go into game mode 1 and do this because it's gonna be a really long boss fight. This one is one of the longer ones, so I'm just gonna take her out this way. And there we go. She is defeated, and when she dies, she'll drop a random bow, I think, every time, pretty much. And this one's the tri-bow, which is really, really good. And we also got the Snow Queen trophy. So that's the Snow Queen defeated, and now we can move on to the Hydra. So we have to defeat the Minotaur first. So we check the magic map here. Why is it? Oh, yeah. No! So, we defeated the Alpha Yeti and the Snow Queen. So now we could, if we wanted to, go and take on the Ergos, but we're going to go for the Hydra first here. So, the Minotaur is in this little green thing here, the little square, and then we can take on the Hydra after we do that. I also meant to say, these smaller little mounds you'll see in between, these are just kind of mini dungeons, so the really tiny ones only have a tiny bit of ore, like some ores you can mine. The mini ones have some loot inside, like chests, I think, and then the big ones are where like the really good stuff is stored. So I'll quickly show you what they look like on the inside. So there's one right over here. There we go. This is what they look like on the inside. A bunch of really cool ores. This is one of the kind of medium-sized ones, so it's pretty good. There's a lot of them on the map, as you can see. A lot of ores, and there's also a good few chests and stuff, like an ore magnet and an uncrafting table. Some really good stuff you can collect in these. So yeah, they're definitely worth exploring anyway. And there's also a lot of spawners though, so be careful. They spawn in like goblins and zombies and stuff in here usually, and there's like the crawlers, the bug things spawn in here as well. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So we'll go to the bigger one so I can show you that properly. Alright, and here we are. It's this big huge mound here. This is the biggest kind of ore dungeon you can find. So we're going to enter into the top here. I don't know if there's another way in. I'm just going to go through the top, I think. Unless I can find another way. I think you can just go into like the cave systems here usually. No, maybe not. Okay, we'll just go straight down. As you can see, it's absolutely gigantic. Like, absolutely gigantic. So, if you take a quick look around here. So, I actually have, do mob spawning. True. I have mob spawning off. That's why some of the mobs aren't spawning in, which makes sense. So, these guys will spawn in. They're basically like little firebugs. They set you on fire. And there's also these guys over here, which are the slime beetles, and they basically like pick you up, or no, these ones pick you up, sorry, and throw you, and these guys just shoot you with slime balls. And also a bunch of creepers and zombies and stuff will be spawning in here the whole time. So it's a really crazy dungeon, but the loot is usually very good, so it's probably worth it. Like a fortune pickaxe, steel leaf stuff, transformation powder, you know, like a lot of good stuff, a lot of good loot. It's just the mobs are very crazy, so you'll have to bring some good gear to take care of them anyway. And yeah, that's basically the main kind of side dungeons. You don't have to go to these, of course. They're not part of the quest at all in the Twilight. But if you want to get some extra loot, these are pretty good usually. And it's like diamond ore and stuff hanging from the ceiling. So it's usually worth getting if you're stuck for ores. Definitely, because you can get quite a lot in here, and they're very exposed, so you can see them easily. So yeah, just an idea if you want to get some more ores and stuff. Alright, so here we are at the Minishroom maze. So with this one, there's also another map you will need. So this is what it looks like, the entrance anyway. It's just found in the swamp near the Hydra thing. It's just a big mound here, and there's like a little entrance pillar thing here. So we'll go down here, and as you can see, we are now in a maze. So you will need maze map. This one, the blank maze map. So you'll have to get a maze map focus. And bring some paper with you too. So this is found in dungeon chests. So you can find them, I believe, in this dungeon. You can find those. You can find them in these chests, I think. Yeah, you can find them in here. So what you'll do is you'll grab this and you'll surround it with 8 paper to make yourself a blank maze map. So I'll just grab one right now. Actually, creative maze map, and whoops. And when you right click this, it'll show you the whole maze, the labyrinth that you're in. And there's usually multiple levels, so you might need a couple of maps sometimes. So these guys are the main mobs in this dungeon, the Minotaur, and they're basically like a human body with a cow head, of course, of course, and they have horns and a golden axe, and they do a lot of damage, and they have charge attacks and stuff too. So just be aware of these. So I'm gonna give myself regeneration. I'm gonna show you what they get to attack like. So game mode 0. So they have these like charge attacks, and then they run at you. They're super fast, and they do a lot of damage. So I'll just show you how much damage. So they're like 3 hearts, which is a lot actually, because it's an axe. You know, it's an axe. And yeah, if you get stuck with a couple of these guys, they will absolutely destroy you, and they have a lot of health as well. So yeah, you don't want to mess with them too much. And there's also the slime beetle here. Get out of here, slime beetle. There we go. So they're kind of the main threat that you have to worry about in this. You'll also find this. This is actually the way down. So once you get to this, the Minishroom, who's the boss, is found at the bottom level of this. So this is the middle room, I think, or the middle level. No, this is the bottom level, I believe. So a good sign to know where the Minishroom is you'll see mushrooms. So let me see here. You don't need the map, of course, but it's just nice to have it so you can track where you're going. Let's see here. There we go. Yeah, right at the middle. So the middle of the second floor is where the Minishroom is. So let's give more night vision. There we go. And I'm going to give myself more regeneration. So this is what his room looks like, his spawn room, and that's him there in the middle. So the easiest way to kill him, I would say, is to just break the fence and then bow spam him through the fence, because he does so much damage. He does so much damage. And I'm gonna kill all the spiders too, so I can fight them in peace. Also, these maze slimes will spawn in as well in the maze. So it's gonna kill you too. There we go. I just want to have just him alone in the room so I can see. There we go. Get rid of these guys too. Perfect. Okay, so back into game mode 0 we go, and this is what he looks like. This is his charge attack, and as you can see, he's a diamond axe, whereas the other ones have gold axes, and he does a lot of damage. And he's like a couple of different attacks. He's like a chop attack, and he also has his charge attack. So very strong mob. So he'll do about 4 hearts usually when he attacks you, and he has a good bit of health. As you can see, that's about 100 health. Yeah. So we'll take him out. And there we go. And when he dies, he will drop his axe that you saw there. I'm gonna put some stuff away here because I have too much on me. There we go. And there we go. We got the Minishroom trophy, and we also got some beef stroganoff. And this stuff is really good. It's some of the best food you can get in the Twilight. This and the Hydra chops are the best food. So we'll drop the scepters here. We'll drop the ice bombs too. You also get his axe, the Diamond Minotaur axe, and it has 10 attack damage, so it is stronger than a regular diamond axe. That way. So actually, is it diamond? I think it is, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is 9 attack damage. This is 1. So it has extra damage while charging. So while you're sprinting with this thing, it does more damage basically. So if I can find a mob that tests that on here. There we go. There's the boy. Okay. So more damage while charging, right? So let's do this. We're gonna run and we're gonna hit him, and that did about 20 damage. 19, about 20 damage. So while you're running, it does like double damage. Very, very strong axe. Very strong. I used it for I used it a good bit in my modded series while I was in the Twilight. So yeah, really good axe. Really good axe. Would highly recommend it. So anyway, we've killed the Minotaur. Now we have to go into the swamp over here. So if you go in here before you kill the Minotaur, it doesn't work, right? So I'm gonna go into game mode 0, right? Watch what happens if I try to go in here without killing the Minotaur. I go to the middle and I get set like, so you see these particles, it means that I cannot really enter this place. I get set on fire. There we go. And the reason this is happening is because you have to eat the meat stroganoff first, and then you become immune to this, and you can walk into this place without getting set on fire. So you can't enter this biome without eating the meat stroganoff. Or else it'll set you on fire. So yeah, while I was playing in this mod in my modded series, when I fought the Hydra, he had this one attack where he would just randomly one shot, and it's so ridiculous because it does like, I had good enough armor to be able to withstand that, and he just still one shot me every time. I don't know how, but if you get too close, he just one shots you no matter what. So I guess that's probably a bug, I'm guessing, because that's kind of ridiculous if you can die in one shot to a mob like that. But anyway, we're just gonna take him out normally, I think. So we'll get rid of the heads here. So let's take this. Basically, the more you chop the heads, a new one will grow in its place. So come on, take damage. Take damage. Come on, come on, come on. I don't know why he isn't growing a new head actually already. There we go. So we killed a head there, and I think 2 more are supposed to grow back. I believe. Yeah, there we go. 2 more grow back in its place when you break one of the heads, or you destroy one of the heads. And he now has, is it 4 heads? Yeah. There we go. We got all of them. Nice. So he gets destroyed, all his heads disappear, and then you get the loot at the end, which is perfect. So I'm gonna get rid of some stuff here because I have too much of it. Okay, so the Ghost Knight Temple is found in this dark forest over here. So you do get blindness, I believe, in the dark forest. Or something like that. I don't know. It's just super dark anyway. So we'll go through this thing anyway. We'll try to find the Ghost Knight's entrance. Let's see here. I'll give myself more night vision just so you guys can see properly. There we go. So let's see. Are we close to it? We are. There it is. So this is the entrance here. As you can see, there's a kind of a little step way down to it. And where's the thing? There's supposed to be a pedestal, and basically you're able to enter the thing using the pedestal. This isn't the right entrance though. Here we go. Now, okay, so this one was actually a bit further down than usual. I think they're usually spawn like on top. The pedestal will be up here on the surface somewhere. But anyway, this one had to go down a little bit, and we come to this thing. So as you can see, it shows the Lich, it shows the Snow Queen, it shows the Hydra, and it shows the Ergos. So you have to beat one of those bosses to enter this. So of course we've beaten all 3 of the ones already. We can't beat the Ergos without beating this first. So we'll place the Snow Queen one, I guess, and that'll open the entrance for us to go through. So we'll go down here, and there'll be a bunch of these guys that block and chain goblins. So it's just basically another maze, as I said. So put in night vision. And I'm going to go to game mode 3 so I can skip through this because it's quite a long dungeon from what I remember. So there's a bunch of different rooms and stuff basically, and there's also this room which has like a bunch of ores and a big cave. And let's see if we can find the boss room here. So the boss room has a bunch of coffins in it. It's got like a bunch of stone slabs to resemble coffins, and that's where the Ghost Knights spawn in. I'm guessing it's back here somewhere, right? There we go, that's the boss room there. So yeah, a whole lot of dungeon rooms and stuff. Some really good loot actually you can find in this dungeon, so definitely worth getting. Where's the way down to the boss room though? What? Oh yeah, also this thing has a chest under it, and there's also usually some good stuff in there as well. So how do I get to the boss room though? Wait, game mode 3. Where did I see the coffins? There, they're in this room. But the room is blocked by cobblestone. That's a bug. That's not supposed to happen. Oh my god, I forgot to go through walls. Yeah, so basically get in here, and the Ghost Knights will spawn in out of their coffin thingies. So you have to destroy all of these Ghost Knights. They're all like wielding different weapons, different knightly weapons. So you have to kill all of them, and then you basically win the boss fight. So, and 2. And there's one more, I think. Oh, no, never mind, the chest spawned. Okay, we got them all. Nice. So now we got the Knight Phantom Trophy, and we got some Phantom Plate armor. Phantom Plate armor is, I think, some of the best. It's never lost on death. Mine broke. Mine broke. That's weird. And there's also the knightly tools and weapons as well. So the knightly sword is really strong. Extra damage to armor targets. So if you were to fight armor targets, you do like double your damage, I think. And the pick has 5 damage as well, so that's pretty good. So we're gonna grab the trophy, and we're gonna head over now to where the Ergos is. Give myself more night vision. So we're gonna go over here to where the Ergos is. We're currently here. So the Ergos Tower is found in the middle of the Dark Forest. So you have to get through all of this, or you can just go on top of it and then run over here to the Ergos Tower. And this thing takes the longest time to go through. So like, I would recommend just literally building straight up if you can to the top of this thing, because to go through the whole thing, there's so many like puzzles and stuff involved. It takes forever. So if you're going to the bottom here anyway, you'll enter through these things. There's these doors where you have to right click the middle, and then they open. This one isn't for some reason. Okay, there we go. I guess it's lagging. So you right click the middle, and then the door opens like that. Yeah, and then you'll get to these, and there's a bunch of like different rooms and stuff. There's anvils. There's like a bunch of crazy contraptions and redstone stuff. And there's also this big puzzle room where you have to use like the different you have to like do snake parkour or whatever it is, where you have to follow the different patterns and things to get across to different platforms, and then go up here, and there's a blaze spawner, and there's like a bunch of different other crazy stuff. So I'm just going to break through this, and then once you get to like near the top level, there's also carbonite ghasts spawning around you as well. So once you get through all of those like all those puzzles and stuff, and get up to here, I think it is somewhere. It's in the middle, I believe. It's this thing here, yeah. So once you get to here, you need to have 4 keys that you find randomly in the whole tower. So you will need to have found 4 keys in this gigantic thing in order to get past this door. But what I did was I just mined with vein miner around it, because you can mine these blocks, but you can't mine these ones. So I just mined around it and built in here, because I wasn't going to find all 4 keys. It takes forever to find those things. You have to search like every little nook and cranny. So if you want to do legit, fair play, but I'm just not going to. So yeah, and then there's also another puzzle here, a final puzzle, and then you can get up to the top, and there's this guy, the Carbonite Golem. He's very strong, and there's also some recipe thingies here, some more redstone, things like that, a bunch of crazy stuff, and then you get up here to the boss room, and this is when the Ergos spawns in. And now, of course, a bow is pretty much necessary here. He will shoot fireballs too. You can shoot those back, but it's very hard to hit him with the fireballs. Very, very hard. So I would just recommend you use a bow. He's also super loud. And he'll drop his gas tier things down on top of you as well. So I'm just waiting for him to do the fireball attack so I can show you what I mean when I say it's hard to hit him back. Okay, why isn't he dropping fireballs? Hello? Come on, man. Come on, man. Where's your fireballs? Okay, then give to use a bow at the first part. Oh, it's because I'm not in Game of Zero, right? Regeneration. Okay, there we go. Apparently I don't have the right stuff to fight him. What? That's so strange. That's very weird. I definitely have enough to fight him. Anyway, he does shoot fireballs at you, but wow. He healed so fast. What the heck? Okay, there's a bug because he's so loud, man. I have to turn on hostile creatures. Sorry, this is so loud. Okay, there's a bug where if you do the stuff in creative, it doesn't count, and basically, because he only shoots fireball. Oh wait, is there a new mechanic? Oh, Oh, okay. Okay, there's a new mechanic. Sorry. When I last played this mod, basically he would shoot fireballs, and those fireballs would do damage to him. So you did the fireballs back at him, and it would do the damage. But now I guess he summons in his little minions, and you need to go over and kill the minions that are guarding the little thing here. So when you kill these guys, their blood or whatever goes into this, and then when you right click on it or you hit the pressure plate, it zaps him. So it zaps him when you get the minions' blood or whatever into the things. So we kill all these guys, and then we can press the pressure plate, and it zaps the Ergos. Gotcha, that makes sense. Okay, so they changed the mechanic of the boss fight. That's kind of cool. I really like that one, actually. It's very interesting. So he's not spawning any more minions, I don't think, though. Oh, now he is. So it's the gas tiers that's spawning the minions. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Alright, cool. So we're going to kill all these guys. And the more you kill, the higher the zap that he gets. So, let's see here. He didn't even get zapped by that one at all, I don't think. Wow, okay. Let's try this one over here. There we go. That should finish him off. There we go. Nice one. And is that his stuff? No, his stuff drops in the middle, I think. Yeah, it's in the chest, because if he died, his stuff would, like, fall off. So we get Carbonite, and we get Fiery Tears. You can use Fiery Tears to also make the Fiery Armour and the Ingot. So we got the Ergos Trophy, and that's the final boss you can actually kind of fight legitimately in the Twilight Forest. This guy down here isn't implemented yet. The final castle isn't finished, so that's the final boss you can really do right now anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and show you the questing ram, and that's kind of the final thing we can check out, really. And here we are at the Rainbow Forest. It's not really generating the chunks properly because it's such a big thing to load in. But anyway, I'm going to toggle downfall too because the rain is miserable. Okay, so once you get here, you will need to go find the questing ram who spawns in this structure over here. And as you can see in this suspension, there's already some wool. So the idea of this guy is that he is the questing ram, and you need to bring him. Different color wools. So you'll find the different bighorn sheep around here. Let's see if we can spot one real quick. Oh, sheep. Why is there no sheep? Where be the sheep? There are none spawning, really. Well, that's annoying. You probably saw some through the video anyway, but basically there's different color sheep, and they all have different color wool. There we go, there's some sheep. So what you'll do is you'll shear these guys, or kill them, up to yourself, I guess. Why did that did 2 damage? I guess the world is lagging, yeah. So basically you'll kill them, and it'll drop its wool or whatever, and then you go back and you place that wool onto the questing ram. So if we go back here, and place, if you right click this guy with the wool now, he will gain an extra strip on his back there. So what you need to do is you need to collect every color wool from every different color sheep, or what you can do is you can dye the sheep and collect the wool that way, which I found much easier when I was doing it myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly clear the inventory actually. So everything important I'll take out. Slash clear. And I'm going to grab every different color wool. So we'll get white, orange, magenta, blah 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 blah, and yeah, that's every color I think. He'll also run at the wool when you drop it on the ground as well, so you can just do it that way as well. He'll just kind of pick it up as you drop it. So let's drop all this for him, and that should be every color now. Come on, pick it up, buddy. Pick it up. Why are you so slow? I'll just right click him. And we already have brown. We need lime green. And we need light grey. And you'll get the potion effects. And is that not every color? Is that not every color? Oh, there we go. The last one is the green, I think. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's every color. What? Why is he not working? Oh, it was regular grey. That was light grey. Oh, whoops, my bad. So basically, yeah, once you give him that, he will drop you then the questing ram trophy, the crumble horn, and a block of emerald, a block of diamond, a block of gold, and a block of lapis. So yeah, definitely worth doing, I think. And the crumble horn, basically, when you right click with it, it'll kind of make the ground do this thing. And I don't think it does any damage, but yeah, it does this anyway. So it's pretty cool. So that's the questing ram. He's not a boss fight. He's just a guy that you give the wool to, and he gives you different rewards and stuff. So yeah. And that's pretty much everything you can do in the Twilight at the moment. I'm really excited for them to add the final castle. They say they're in development on it now. It's about time because it's been years since that thing has been, you know, on the way. It's been like in development for so long. The final castle, but hopefully they're working on it now. So yeah, we'll take a look at the mobs anyway. That'll be featured in the final castle because they do look very cool. So. Some of the mobs you probably won't see because they're not really fully implemented and stuff are the giants and the so the cave troll, the giant miner, the armor giant, the ice crystal, the harbinger, the adherent, and the roving cube. These aren't fully implemented, so we'll spawn in the giants. I will spawn the cave troll. So this guy is actually, I think he's currently in it though. This guy is in the mod. He's found in these caves here, but there's no real point in going there because you don't get anything from killing him, I don't think. Let me see. Let me check this out. Yeah, you get nothing from killing him, just XP, so it's not really worth it. But he does spawn. He is a natural spawn at the moment, so that's kind of cool. So we got the giant miner, the armor giant. So basically, it takes your skin, I believe, and it makes it the skin for the armor giant, or whatever, the giant miner and the armor giant. So that's me. That's a giant version of me. I look great. I look fantastic. I'll take this off. Yeah. So that's big me. That's big me right there, and big me in armor. Pretty cool. So these guys, as you can see, have a lot of health. That's 80 health. So very crazy. This one obviously has a lot of protection because he's got armor on. And yeah, they're supposed to spawn in like Skylands or something. I don't know. I don't really know the lore behind it, but then there's the ice crystal. Oh, sorry, this is already in it. This is the ice queens thing. And then there is these two guys who are supposed to be in the final castle themselves. So these guys are supposed to spawn properly in here. So there's the roving cube. So it just looks like this, but it's not fully implemented, as I said. So yeah, and there's also this thing, which is the harbinger cube. And then there's also the adherent, which is this guy. He's kind of supposed to be the last boss. So not yet implemented. It says it up here, NYI. So yeah, this is what he'll look like anyway. It'll be something like this. And yeah, I'll actually show you what the final structure looks like just so you can see. Okay, so this is the kind of cave system, and then the final structure is up there. So that's where the giants spawn, on this big cloud thing. And the final structure is the final castle there, and that's where the harbinger cube and the adherent guys will spawn. So down here is the cave, and the trolls spawn here. As you can see, the cave trolls. And yeah, what are these berries actually? Unripe troll bar. Okay, never heard of it. So this stuff is all pretty new. I haven't really played on this version, but I just know the stuff. And yeah, so this will all be covered in vines, by the way. These vines, you won't be able to get to the final castle unless you beat the Ergos to get past this, I believe. That's how it works. So you need to beat the Ergos before you can get to the vines. And then once you get to the vines, you climb up onto this thing. And then you can enter the final castle. And the final castle is the final boss fight. But up here is also the Giant's Island. So none of them actually spawned, I don't think. Maybe they did. Yeah, there they are. There's two of them in here. So the Giants did spawn. And they have big trees, a big house, and they're on a cloud. So yeah, and this isn't really like a huge part of the mod at all. Really, they don't drop anything, I don't think. Or they drop the pickaxe, maybe. I think sometimes. Let me see. Spawn in the armor giant and the giant miner for a second. Let's see. We're gonna both spam them to death. Boom, 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 boom. I believe they drop their giant tools when you kill them. Yeah, they drop the pickaxe, and this guy will drop the he'll drop the sword when he dies, if I recall correctly. And come on. And there we go. He should drop the sword. Yeah, he'll drop the sword. And the sword actually looks giant in your hand too, by the way. So as you can see, it's huge. It's huge, and it does a lot more damage than a regular stone sword. 12 attack damage, as opposed to the 5 which a regular stone sword would do. So yeah, that's the Giant's Island. It's just there. It doesn't really serve a purpose as much right now. It's not part of the quest or anything. But this is the final castle basically. and it's just a big huge white thing, and it's kind of like magic doors and stuff. So you're supposed to be able to right click this and it'll all disappear, and you can just kind of go in through it and stuff like this. There's also a bunch of ruins and stuff on the side. It's pretty cool. And yeah, there's supposed to be like the Harbinger cubes. Like these guys are supposed to be the bosses of this, or like the mobs of this, and also the roving cubes. These guys are both the bosses, or the mobs of this structure. And then once you do manage to find your way up to the top, I'll just go in here to this thing. I'll give myself some night vision. There we go. So you're supposed to be able to... Oh, a giant spawned in here. Wow, okay. Yeah, but they're actually spawning right now, which is good. We have the kobold. He just spawns. And then these... So he isn't the boss, I guess. And these guys. So you have to kill... Oh, no, you can just go straight through here, I think. Yeah, you can go straight through here. And I don't know how you actually get up to the top layer. Or even if there might not even be a way yet. I don't know. We'll have a quick look around here though. So this final castle, as I said, not finished, but it is in development still. So hopefully they do release this version by the end of the year, because it's been in development for absolutely ages now, and I'm dying to actually play the final castle because I want to finish the Twilight, you know. But I don't think there's any way to actually get to the roof right now, so I'm just gonna fly up. I think. Where's the final? I think it's the middle one here. Yeah. And basically once you get up to the top, and the boss is supposed to be up here, but of course there's no boss yet, so what it just says is final boss here, you win. You can join Twilight Forest Discord server to find the latest update and content, blah 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 blah. So once you get in here, final boss here, and it's a little guy. That's funny. That's really funny. So this obviously isn't the final boss. He's just a substitute for the moment till they get the actual final boss. And yeah. I'm very excited to see what it's like though when they do finally get it. So that's basically the Twilight Forest. I know it's not a finished mod, but it's been around for years and years and years, as long as Minecraft modding has been around itself basically. And it is a super fun mod. I would highly recommend you go check it out down in the description of the video and play around with it yourself, because it is, if you haven't played the Twilight Forest at least once, what are you even doing? You need to play at least one time the Twilight Forest. So that'll do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're brand new. Turn on notifications so you're notified whenever I upload a new video or anything like that. And if you want to go check out more mod showcases, I have a mod showcase playlist on my channel where you can go see a bunch of them. If you want to see me play through this whole Twilight Forest mod, you can go check it out in my modded series, the Emerald Isle Survival. And yeah, that'll do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.